Warning, my dear friend. If you are over 65 and you enjoy your evening chai with just a pinch of that familiar kitchen spice, it may not be helping you. In fact, it could be silently disturbing your blood pressure, your joints, even your sleep without you realizing it. As a doctor who has worked with hundreds of seniors across India and the US, I have seen this one tiny habit, something people believed was healthy, slowly create serious trouble. You see, many elders think it's natural, it's traditional, it cannot harm me. But science is now saying otherwise. Today, I'm going to reveal the truth about one small spice in your kitchen, a spice that shocked even modern doctors with how powerfully it affects your digestion, your nerves, and even your brain health. And don't worry, it's not about fear. It's about awareness. Because once you understand how this spice truly works, you can use it the right way to support your health, not disturb it. Before we begin, tell me, where are you watching this from and what time is it there? Please leave a comment below. I read every message. And if this topic matters to you, do subscribe so you never miss the next video made especially for elders like you. After the age of 60, our body begins to change in quiet but powerful ways. You may have noticed that digestion feels slower even after a light meal. The same dal or roti that once felt easy now causes heaviness or gas. Joints feel stiff in the morning, sleep becomes lighter, and the mind wakes up tired. These are not signs of weakness, my friend. They are the body's way of speaking to us. Doctors today call it low-grade inflammation, a silent burning inside the body caused by aging cells. This kind of inflammation doesn't create big pain at first, but over time, it affects everything. From your blood pressure to your sugar levels, to the way your brain processes emotions and memory. And one of the most surprising findings from medical research today is this: tiny herbs and spices, the ones in your kitchen, can gently influence all of these systems. In Indian households, spices are often added for taste or tradition. But in Ayurveda, our ancient system of medicine, they were seen as gentle healers. Not strong like antibiotics, not harsh like pills, but quiet daily companions that balance the body slowly. Whether it's ajwain for digestion, haldi for inflammation, or jeera for sugar, these are not just flavors. They are small natural medicines your grandmother probably used without ever calling them that. Modern science is now catching up with what our elders already knew. Studies show that certain spices contain compounds that calm inflammation, improve blood flow, and regulate hormones. For example, some spices boost serotonin, the chemical in your brain that supports good sleep and mood. Others help lower blood glucose by slowing how fast your body breaks down starch. And many work like mild anti-inflammatories, reducing the silent swelling in joints, arteries, and even the brain. Let me share one such example from AIIMS Delhi, one of our most respected medical institutes. In a recent 8-week study, researchers gave older patients a simple mix of spices from the Ayurveda group called Trikatu. This includes black pepper, dry ginger, and long pepper, all common in our kitchens. The participants took it in small amounts along with warm water before meals. After just 2 months, the results were impressive: better digestion, fewer joint complaints, and more restful sleep. What does this mean for you, dear elder? It means that healing does not always come in the form of big changes or expensive treatments. Sometimes it begins with small steps, like understanding the true power of the masala in your spice box. The ajwain, you ignored the haldi, you only added for color. They may be quiet gifts for your health. And it's never too late to begin listening to your body with care, with wisdom, and with love. Because the body still wants to heal. It only asks that we support it gently, patiently, one pinch at a time. Now, let us gently uncover the little spice that has quietly surprised even the most experienced doctors and researchers in India. It is something you may already have in your kitchen, sitting silently in a glass jar near your jeera or methi. It does not look powerful. It does not smell too strong. And yet it carries a quiet strength inside it. That spice is ajwain, also known as karam seeds in English. Tiny in size, often sprinkled on parathas or mixed in namak para ajwan, has been in Indian kitchens for generations. But very few of us have truly understood what this spice can do for the body, especially after the age of 60. Modern doctors have started taking a fresh look at ajwan thanks to patients who showed surprising improvement in digestion and sleep. Ajwan contains a natural compound called thymol, which has powerful anti-inflammatory and antispasmodic effects. This means it calms the stomach, reduces bloating, and helps food move more smoothly through your system. For elders who often feel gassy, tight in the belly, or struggle with irregular motions, ajwain can bring real comfort. But its effects don't stop with digestion. Studies suggest that regular use of ajwain may also help reduce bad cholesterol LDL by improving how the liver processes fats and supporting better blood circulation. And there's one more benefit that has caught the attention of doctors: better sleep. Many elders wake up feeling tired even after 7 hours of rest. This is often because their body is uncomfortable during the night. Ajwain supports the gut-brain connection, helping reduce internal stress, calming the nerves, and supporting deeper rest. When your belly feels light and your blood flows more smoothly, the mind follows and sleep becomes easier, softer, more healing. Let me share a real story with you, the story of Shantamaji, a 72-year-old retired schoolteacher from Pune. For over 10 years, she had been living with what she called a stubborn stomach. She would feel full even after light food, had frequent burps, and would wake up at least twice during the night with discomfort. Despite trying various home remedies, antacids, and digestive pills, nothing brought lasting relief. One day, her granddaughter took her to a nearby Ayurvedic clinic. The doctor listened patiently and then smiled, asking just one thing. "Maji, do you have ajwain in your kitchen?" Of course she did. Like every Indian household, it had been there but forgotten. The doctor instructed her to take half a teaspoon of ajwain dry roasted lightly and chew it slowly after dinner. If needed, she could sip a few spoons of warm water with it. No sugar, no tea, just ajwain and patience. Within a week, her bloating had reduced. By the second week, she was sleeping 6 hours straight, something she hadn't done in years. Her face looked brighter. Her thoughts were calmer. And most of all, she felt hope again. She told her neighbor, "I cannot believe something so small could bring such peace back to my body." Dear elder, the power of ajwain is not in its size. It is in its ability to quietly support the parts of your body that struggle in silence. You don't need to search far or buy expensive supplements. Sometimes healing begins with what is already in your spice box, waiting patiently to be remembered. So today, take a moment to look again at your kitchen shelf. Because inside that tiny spoon of ajwain, There may be a gentle solution, one that your body has been asking for all along. 5. Science-backed benefits of Ajwain for people above 60. 1. Relief from joint pain and morning stiffness. As we grow older, it is not just the hair that turns grey, the joints begin to whisper their own stories. You may have felt it too, that tight feeling in the knees when you try to stand after a nap, or the slow stretch of your fingers each morning as if they need permission to move. This is called age-related inflammation, and it's very common after 60. Now here is something promising. The tiny ajwain seeds you've seen in your kitchen since childhood, they contain a natural compound called thymol, which acts like a mild anti-inflammatory. It gently calms the internal swelling that builds up around the joints and soft tissues. Many elders say their knees feel hot from the inside, or that their shoulders feel heavy without reason. Ajwain may help reduce that silent irritation, especially when used daily in small amounts. Let me share a real example. Mr. Suresh, age 68, from Surat, was struggling with early morning knee stiffness for nearly 5 years. He had tried oils, massages, and even calcium supplements. But when a local Ayurvedic doctor advised him to chew 1/4 teaspoon of ajwain with warm water after waking up, he decided to give it a try, not expecting much. To his surprise, within 2 weeks, the swelling around his knees reduced. He could walk to the nearby mandir without holding the wall. He still uses his walking stick, but now he says it's more for company than for balance. Ajwain is not a cure-all. But for elders dealing with low-grade joint discomfort, it may offer a gentle daily support without harsh side effects. 2. Improved digestion and relief from gas and bloating. After 60, digestion becomes more delicate. Even a light meal can feel like a full thali. You may burp more, feel tightness in the stomach, or find it harder to pass motion regularly. This is because our gut muscles slow down with age. And when food doesn't move easily, it ferments, causing gas pressure and that uncomfortable bloating. Ajwain has long been used in India as a digestive aid, especially in traditional post-meal mixtures. Science now supports this. Thymol in ajwain helps stimulate the production of digestive juices and reduces gas formation in the intestines. One very effective way to use it is through ajwain water. Just boil half a teaspoon of ajwain seeds in 1 glass of water for 5 minutes, strain it and sip slowly, ideally 15 to 20 minutes before lunch or dinner. Let me tell you about Mrs. Savita, age 70, from Jaipur. She had stopped going to evening satsang because of embarrassing stomach sounds and frequent discomfort. Her daughter suggested she try ajwain water every day before her main meal. After 1 week, her bloating reduced. By the 3rd week, she was back at her bhajan group, singing with joy without worrying about gas or pressure. Ajwain water is simple, safe, and gentle, and may become your new best friend at mealtimes. Try it for 1 week and observe your body. You may be pleasantly surprised. 3. Natural support for blood pressure control. Many elders in India are silently living with mild hypertension, thinking, it's just age. A little pressure is normal after 60. But the truth is, even small rises in blood pressure can affect your heart, brain, and kidneys over time. Now here's where ajwain may help. Studies suggest that ajwain helps relax the blood vessels, improving circulation and gently reducing pressure inside the arteries. Its calming effect on the nervous system also supports a more balanced stress response, important for elders who often carry emotional tension quietly without sharing. Mr. Narayan, age 73, from Nagpur, is one such example. He always had borderline blood pressure, not high enough for medicine, but enough to cause headaches, fatigue and dizziness on some days. His family doctor suggested using ajwain as a supportive routine. Mr. Narayan began chewing ajwain and jeera half teaspoon each dry roasted after his lunch and dinner. He also walked lightly for 10 minutes after eating. After 1 month, his home BP readings showed improvement. Not dramatic, but stable within safe range. More importantly, he felt clearer in his head, less tired in the afternoons, and more steady on his feet. For elders managing early hypertension or wishing to avoid stronger medications, ajwain may be one of the gentle natural supports right from your own spice rack. 4. Better sleep. Especially for postmenopausal women. Sleep after 60 becomes a different story. Many elders say they fall asleep easily, but wake up at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. with thoughts racing, heart slightly unsettled, or belly feeling full. This is especially common among postmenopausal women whose hormonal shifts affect both the nervous system and the gut-brain connection. Ajwain may offer a comforting hand here. By supporting digestion and calming gas pressure, it reduces one of the hidden reasons for nighttime awakenings. But more than that, ajwain appears to influence the vagus nerve, which connects the gut to the brain, helping regulate mood, rest, and digestion in a single loop. A relaxed gut, a relaxed mind, shiksha, deeper sleep. Mrs. Lakshmi, age 67 from Chennai, is a beautiful example. For 3 years after menopause, she struggled with broken sleep and early morning anxiety. Her doctor suggested meditation and lighter dinners, which helped slightly. Then a friend told her about ajwain oil steam, boiling ajwain in water and inhaling the steam before sleep. She also added 1/4 tsp of roasted ajwain after dinner. Within 10 days, she was sleeping 6 to 7 hours uninterrupted. She said, "It's not just the sleep. It's that my mind doesn't race anymore at night." And that for many elders is the real gift, not just sleeping, but sleeping peacefully. Ajwain offers no magic, but when used with intention, it may help bring the body and mind into gentle rest. 5. Gentle blood sugar support, especially in early type 2. Diabetes. Diabetes is rising across India, and many elders are quietly managing early type 2 diabetes without proper support. They may not want to start insulin, but also fear long-term damage to the nerves, eyes, or kidneys. Here, ajwain offers gentle, natural assistance. Some studies suggest that ajwain helps slow down the breakdown of starch into sugar, thereby keeping blood glucose spikes more stable after meals. Combined with a mindful meal routine, this can support better energy, fewer cravings, and lighter digestion. Uncle Ramesh, age 66 from Hyderabad, was one such case. He had mild diabetes, fasting sugar around 130 millimolars DL post-lunch, around 190. But he felt sleepy after meals and struggled to concentrate in the evening. His daughter, a nutritionist, suggested he try ajwain tea. Boil 1-2 tsp of ajwain and 1 stick of cinnamon in water, strain it, and drink after lunch. He did this for 1 month. His post-lunch sugar dropped to 160, and he no longer felt that afternoon crash. His evening walks became easier. He even returned to his chess group. Ajwain is not a replacement for medicine, but for elders managing early diabetes or borderline sugar, it may be a safe, supportive practice. Of course, always check with your doctor before adding anything to your diabetes care. How to use ajwain at home. Simple, safe, and truly effective. Now that you know the quiet strength hidden in those tiny ajwain seeds, you may be wondering, how exactly should I take it? When is the best time? What amount is safe? These are important questions, especially after 60, when every habit affects the body more deeply. Let me walk you through a few trusted doctor-backed ways to use ajwain at home, ways that are not only simple, but safe and truly supportive for our Indian bodies after a certain age. 1. The basic way. Roasted and chewed. Gently. The simplest and most traditional method is also the one many grandmothers still use. Take about 1/4 to half a teaspoon of ajwain. Dry roast it lightly on a pan just until the aroma rises. Let it cool for a minute and then chew it slowly after your meal. You can swallow it dry or with a few sips of warm water. This helps release the essential oil called thymol, which calms your stomach and improves digestion. Especially after a heavy lunch or dinner, this small habit can prevent bloating, burping, and that stone in the belly feeling. Uncle Harish from Lucknow, 69 years old, says he keeps a small jar of roasted ajwain near the dining table. Every night after dinner, he takes his pinch. No more gas, no more midnight discomfort. It is one of the easiest habits you can start tonight. No medicine, no fancy tools. 2. Ajwain. Water. A gentle morning routine for the stomach. If you prefer something warm and easy to sip, ajwain. Water is a lovely way to start your day. Boil half a teaspoon of ajwain in about 200 ml of water, roughly 1 small steel glass. Let it simmer for 3 to 5 minutes, strain it and drink it slowly while it's still warm. Do this early in the morning, preferably before breakfast on an empty stomach, but not too early if you are sensitive. This method helps stimulate digestion, flush out toxins, and prepare your stomach for the day's food. Mrs. Padma from Mysore 72 says this water helped her feel lighter throughout the day. She no longer felt sluggish after breakfast, and her motions became more regular, something she had silently struggled with for years. Ajwain water can become a beautiful ritual, simple, soothing, and gently cleansing. 3. For gas-prone stomachs, combine with jeera and saunf. Some elders face frequent bloating or a tightness in the upper belly after meals. In such cases, ajwain works even better when combined with jeera cumin and saunf fennel seeds. Here's a simple recipe. Take equal parts of ajwain, jeera and saunf, about 1 teaspoon each. Dry roast them together, cool, and grind into a light powder. Store this in a small jar and keep it by your kitchen shelf. After lunch or dinner, take half a teaspoon of this mix either as it is or with a sip of warm water. This trio works beautifully together. Ajwain breaks down gas, jeera supports bile flow, and saunf soothes the lining of the stomach. Especially useful after wedding food, rich curries, or festival meals. Many elders in Gujarat and Maharashtra swear by this mix, calling it their pachak churna, or homemade digestive powder. Try it and see how your belly feels after 1 week. 4. Who should use with caution? Know your body. First, while ajwain is generally safe, it may not suit everyone, and knowing this is important. If you have a history of severe gastric ulcers, acid reflux, or are taking blood thinners regularly, please consult your doctor before using ajwain daily. Ajwain is warming in nature, and for some sensitive stomachs, it may cause irritation if taken in excess. Also, for those with low body weight or who feel heat in the body, often ajwain should be used in smaller amounts. Mr. Dilip from Bhopal 75 shared that he took ajwain water twice a day for a week but felt mild burning in the chest. His doctor advised reducing the quantity and combining it with jeera. Now he feels the benefits without discomfort. Listen to your body. Adjust gently. There is no need to rush or overdo. 5. Timing matters. When and how to take for best results. Ajwain, like many natural remedies, works best when taken at the right time. For digestion, take it after meals about 15 to 30 minutes after lunch or dinner. For overall lightness and cleansing, try Ajwain water first thing in the morning before breakfast. Do not take Ajwain late at night, especially if your stomach is empty. This may disturb your sleep or cause irritation. Also, if you take medicines at night, space them at least 30 minutes away from Ajwain water or powder. Think of Ajwain like a gentle helper, not a quick fix. Let your body receive it calmly without pressure. Mrs. Noor from Delhi 70 now follows a simple routine. Ajwain water at 7:30 a.m., roasted ajwain after dinner, and nothing after 8 p.m. She says, "My body feels more steady now. I don't feel so rushed or restless anymore." So, my dear elder, as we come to the end of this journey together, I want to leave you with one quiet but powerful truth. After the age of 60, your body is not asking for more medicines, it is asking for more understanding. Not stronger pills, but gentler support given at the right time in the right way. What you truly need is not locked inside a hospital or a pharmacy. Sometimes it's waiting quietly on the shelf above your kitchen stove. That tiny jar of ajwain sitting between the haldi and jeera is not just a spice for flavor, it is a whisper from your ancestors. A reminder that healing has always lived close to home. Our grandparents did not have fancy equipment or blood reports, but they had wisdom passed down by hand and heart. They knew that a small handful of seeds used with care and rhythm could bring calm to the stomach, peace to the joints, and softness to the sleep. Ajwain is not magic, but it is meaningful. It is a chance to work with your body, not against it. A chance to bring balance gently, day by day, without stress or side effects. Just awareness. Just patience. Just one pinch at a time. And now, I would love to hear from you. If this message touched something in your heart, please type the word Shakti in the comments to remind yourself and others that strength still lives inside you. Share this video with your sister, your neighbor, your husband, anyone over 60 who deserves better sleep, easier digestion, and a more peaceful body. And if you found this helpful, do click subscribe so that we can continue walking together towards a life that is not just longer, but also lighter, calmer, and truly yours. Thank you, and may your next meal carry not just taste, but healing in every seed, every sip, and every breath.